This is the story about my first time going to Chuck E. Cheese as a 37-year-old adult. The location that we went to was the Middletown, New Jersey location, home to famous comedian and podcaster Nicole Byer. Not the Chuck E. Cheese, but the town of Middletown, New Jersey. Now, I went to this Chuck E. Cheese because it was one of the last Chuck E. Cheeses in the area to have a working band. So we were told. So we walked around the Chuck E. Cheese. We went to the arcade. A lot of the games were on free play. So we hit up the Simpsons soccer game, which wasn't working. We hit up a bunch of the racing games and stuff like that. We weren't really in this for the points or the tickets. We didn't really want the prizes anyway. So we found out that this location was undergoing the remodel to get rid of old Chuck E. Cheese and convert it to the modern day screen-only Chuck E. Cheese. We walked around. They still had some of the old original art on the wall, some coins, some tickets, and just overall just fun stuff from the Chuck of the past, even though the sign out front was the newly updated Chuck E. Cheese himself. So the main reason why we went was to see the band for the last time, the full animatronic show. And this location in Middletown, New Jersey did have a full 5-person show. Unfortunately, it was really no longer running. They had the animatronics blinking and occasionally moving every now and then, but when we asked the manager or the person at the front desk, they said, unfortunately, we will no longer be turning this on at this location anymore. So that was a huge bummer, because they were basically saying it's time for them to go and put the big TV screen in. But yeah, we did get some photos, some up close and personal treatment with these animatronics, which I'm sure were just thrown into a dumpster, sadly. But this was my first and only time ever seeing a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic band setup.